Hello students, welcome to today's session. So today I'm quite excited to tell you that I'm going to start with you organic chemistry series, which would be comprising of entire of your syllabus right from the very basic required to crack IIT Advanced, JEE Mains, NEET examination and chemistry or Olympiad paper. So what exactly are there in this, how this organic series is being channelized? Before I introduce that part, let me introduce first myself, those who are meeting me first time onto the YouTube. Myself, Gurpreet Singh. I'm holding honors degree at graduate and postgraduate level in the subject of chemistry. So I feel myself very obliged and delighted that I got an opportunity to teach more than 30,000 students in last 20 years who are aspiring for IIT Advanced, JEE Mains, NEET examination and for chemistry at Olympiad paper. So it is the love and the motivation I'm receiving from my present and old student that I am able to place this organic series in front of you and the other series which are already there onto my channel. So please do share it with your friends and juniors. Whosoever is having a phobia of organic chemistry, that phobia would be resolved after seeing into the lectures of this particular series in regard to the organic chemistry. So if you ever would write onto the Google that how many organic compounds are there in on Earth or in and around which are being isolated or detected, I just have typed this and I got this answer that more than 16 million organic compounds are known. And contrary to that, there are only 6 lakh inorganic compounds. If you would see into other sites, I just would want to say it here. I'm not sure about the data, is it right or wrong. What I'm trying to say here is that organic compounds are in millions, whereas inorganic compounds are in lakhs. So there must be some interesting aspect of the organic chemistry. So the only thing which I always found that why students feel little apprehensive about studying organic chemistry, because it is not being introduced in a right way, because it is quite a systematic subject. And if it is, how is it systematic? The first lecture and the last lecture of the syllabi can be interrelated, so it is so systematic and so interrelated. So that interrelation, if you are not able to get, then the subject becomes a tough one. Now the point here is that this much number of organic compounds are the compounds which are mainly consisting of carbon and hydrogen. Along with, you would also see some elements into it. Hetero elements like nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, halogens. These are also can be there along with carbon and hydrogen. So this is very interesting that as in the next lecture you would see that why the organic compounds or why the compounds of carbon and hydrogen are in millions along with these heteroatoms. That is a very interesting and very, if you would see that, just if you would see 18% of your body mass is nothing but carbon. So lot of lipids, nucleic acid, proteins, biomolecules, carbohydrates, all of these are organic base and they are there in your body itself. Now, the point here is that what we will be doing in this particular series, that I just would want to introduce that this is the basic syllabi. Ultimately, what we want to study in the organic chemistry is this particular syllabi. We are going to deal with alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, benzene. This is the syllabi of 11th class or +1 syllabi. Thereafter, you would come to see alkyl halides, then you would see alcohol phenol ethers, then aldehydes and ketones. Many of you would not be able to understand what I am writing at this point of time, because those who are seeing it first time, they will feel little apprehensive, but this is the entire syllabi. So these are oxygen containing compounds. This is the part of +2 syllabi. This much, this is the oxygen containing organic compounds. And this is what you call it as halogen containing. Halogen means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Along, if any hydrocarbon is containing any of these elements along with, we will be saying it is a halogen containing organic compounds. And lastly, you would see amines, cyanides, nitro, diazonium salt. These are nitrogen containing organic compounds. Now the good part of the story is that, have you ever felt it this way, that why the syllabus is aligned in this way? It is not that only the NCERT is defining the syllabus in this way. This is the syllabus of +2, this particular, and the and this we call it as alkane, alkene, alkyne, and benzene. These are the part of hydrocarbons. This is the syllabus of 11th class. If you would see any foreign author book, most of your foreign author books have the syllabi placed in this way only. Hydrocarbons, thereafter you would see halogens, then oxygen containing compounds, then nitrogen containing compounds. So this in a way, at times people are not aware of the fact that how is it so beautiful that first the hydrocarbon, then halogen, then oxygen, then nitrogen containing. So what is that interrelation? Why is it placed it that way? All of these queries would be dealt with in this particular series. And the interesting part along with it, leaving aside whole of this discussion in regard to the entire syllabus, in this particular series you also would see that how is it these entire syllabus is being related. There are fundamentally three aspects which I will introduce first, because when I teach in some institute or in a coaching center or a tech company, then I have to go through the syllabus defined, the ways and means they have defined. We have to go with that pedagogy. But here at YouTube, because now I can put my things along with in an intuitive way that how interesting is the organic chemistry. So I was saying that there are three fundamental aspects which even a ninth or eighth or ninth or 10th class student can also learn from this particular series. That first is the chemical bonding aspect, which you should be a bit more fundamentally clear about it. Then there is GOC, that is the general organic chemistry. I always say it as to be the heart of organic chemistry. And third is your isomerism. Isomerism is also a very interesting part. So all of these three things are, if I would say, these are the topics which we wanted to deal with. All of these topics are being put into one thread. This is the thread which I'm placing it here. This thread makes a beautiful, you would say, a bunch of things tied up together through the topic of these three: GOC, isomerism, and chemical bonding will place these all groups or all these topics together. So that interconnection generally people miss. People learn bonding, GOC, isomerism individually, but I am saying all of these three topics would tie all of these topics together and make the subject very, very interesting. So I am just placing it here, the fact that the subject is very interesting, organic chemistry is very interesting if it is being learned in a proper way, in a systematic way. And in the upcoming videos, you would find that the things are being introduced in a systematic way. Just for the beginners also, it is a very interesting one. Even if you are aware of something, some topics, it you would be having a experience of lifetime. So thanks a lot. Hope to see you in the first session, where we will be placing the things in terms of the bonding aspect, IUPAC naming, and the GOC isomerism. Slowly and steadily we will make this series very, very interesting. Keep sharing it with your friends and juniors, and do support me in placing in making the community of people who just would have a phobia of organic chemistry. I am trying my level best to break that and bring some resolution into the topic of organic chemistry. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you in the first session. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.